Hey, this is the Backyard Mechanics series. In this episode, we're going to be changing hydraulic fluid for the transmission and the hydraulics on this tractor. Fluid and filters. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I brought you guys into the Backyard Mechanics series. I'm working on my 2008 Kioti CK25 HST, which means hydrostatic transmission. And that's what we're going to emphasize today. The hydrostatic transmission and the hydraulics. We're changing the fluid and the filters. Now, according to the handbook, the owner's manual, they want you to change the fluid and filter after the first 50 hours of operation on a brand new tractor. After that, it's every 200 hours. Now, this tractor is at its 800 mark. Yeah, it's 800 hours, actually 801 hours now. And at this stage in the tractor's life, I have to replace all the fluids and replace all the filters. Yes, so this episode is just the hydraulic and hydrostatic fluids, which is the same fluid. I got this fluid down here at the local auto parts store. They checked it, and it is appropriate to use with a Kioti CK25 HST. Now you see a 5-gallon bucket and 3 1-gallon bucket here of the transmission hydraulic fluid. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to call it the hydraulic fluid. According to the book, it takes 30 liters for an HST model of the tractor. That is 7.93 gallons. That's almost all of this contents in these buckets right here. If you guys don't have that available in your area, I'll go ahead and leave a link that you guys can order it through Amazon and have it delivered right to your door. I also have 2 filters. One is the transmission filter and the other one is the hydraulic filter for the hydraulic systems. So you've got to change both filters at this point. And Kioti recommends you use authentic Kioti products. I'll leave a link for these down below that you can also purchase from Amazon. And so far, all I can determine is I just need an adjustable wrench to remove the plugs. I'll show you where those plugs are, the drain plugs, and a flexible funnel, because you're going to be filling it from the back end right here. Well, it depends on where your tractor model is, but this is a CK25 HST, and it's all right here. The dipstick and the fill plug. Now, since you're going to be draining a lot of fluid out of here, I mean, it takes 5, 6, 7, almost 8 gallons. I'm just using this tote. It's a 10-gallon tote. It should be enough to hold all the fluid I need to hold, and then empty these containers, and that way I can dump all the used fluid into these containers and take them to the recyclers and recycle these appropriately. Now, I have identified only one drain plug on this particular model, so I'm going to stick my bucket, my pan under that, and grab my wrench and climb under. Before we climb under the tractor and open that plug, you want to open up your fill spout right here. Just unscrew that. That's where you're going to pour the oil in. Set that aside. And this is your dipstick down here. This is what checks the fluid level. Now I'm going to take you guys with me under the tractor. And that plug is right here, right there. Well, that's draining. I got a secondary oil pan right here. I'm going to put under where the filters are, because while that's all open and drained, we're going to remove the filters, drain those, and replace the filters. Speaking of filters, I forgot one more tool I'm going to need to get those filters off. Is a filter wrench. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below for you guys to be able to purchase one. I like this one because it's great on all sizes of filters, and it takes the tight filters off, but you don't need the tool to replace the filters. So we're at the point where we're going to be replacing the hydrostatic transmission filter. That filter is right here. Slide my pan under there. This can get messy, so I'm just going to put some disposable shop towels there, and then remove this. There's just no easy way to do it. Then drain it into this bucket. I have a better idea. I have this old milk jug sitting here. We're just going to set it in there. Put this funnel on top of it. And set this down inside of that funnel. And let it sit there and drain into that. Well, that's doing that. I'm going to prep this other filter. Let's make sure the gasket's off. Yep. Make sure your gasket's on there and you didn't leave it behind. I'm going to open this jug right here. Punch that. Get my finger with fluid on it and lubricate that seal. Put the lid back on. And apply the new filter. Okay, they only want you to turn it as tight as you can with your hand and 1/2 turn more. Now this is the transmission filter. The next filter is right here, and that is your hydraulic filter. We're going to remove that. And make sure I didn't leave the gasket behind. We're going to set that down in this bucket too. Let it drain out. And let that finish dripping and draining. Now that that is lubed, go ahead and place this on the receiver. Hand tight, and then 1/2 turn. Okay, and we're there. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this filter down there and get the pan in which we drain the filters into and pour it into this gallon jug. I'm just going to park that right there and let it drain the rest of the way in there. Before we go any further, I got to go put that plug back. Okay. I'll leave it there for right now. Okay, we're going to put in our funnel. And pour in my first gallon because this is the one I had opened to get my finger wet to lubricate those seals. Now I'm going to think outside the box here. I'm going to take that 5-gallon bucket and distribute it into these 2 empty 1-gallons. I'm not going to hold that 5-gallon up there to the funnel. The 1-gallons are easier to manage, so I'm going to get that done. I'm going to set them in this box that'll hold them so they won't fall over, because I have so much bad experience with it. As I'm filling it with fluid, it just tips over and spills. Okay, get my funnel, my book aside. Okay. Much better. So that's 7 out of the 8 gallons that we've dispensed in there. So we're going to set this aside for right now. Put my cap back on. Check the oil level. Okay, now we need, it's right up to there. So we need to start the tractor and fill those canisters, those filters with fluid. And then let the tractor run for about 3 minutes to circulate all that fluid in through all the valves, the filters, and then all the places it needs to go, the lines through the transmission. So let's get this tractor started, let it run for about 3 minutes, and then recheck the level. Because we still got another gallon. It's almost another full gallon we need to put in. So, but right now, let's start it. let's check the fluid again. Okay, it's going to take just a little bit of probably that half a gallon. So I'm going to take this out. Hook it there. Funnel in. Narration all the way through. This is my final gallon. Take the seal off. Let's check the level. Okay, we're right up to that upper mark. So they say anywhere between those two marks is fine. Now that's changing your HST and hydraulic filter and fluids draining in this episode, Backyard Mechanics episode. Now I have that empty 5-gallon container and 3 1-gallon containers, all empty, to receive all of this used fluid to properly dispose of them. Yeah, the 1-gallon ones I can take to my local transfer station. They only take 1-gallon increments. That's what they told me. But Walmart can take up to 5 gallons. So I'm going to take the 5-gallon buckets down and then the 1-gallon buckets to the... yeah, because I don't have enough milk jugs to be able to condense this down to 1-gallon increments out of these 5 gallons. Because I have 10 gallons, 2 big 5-gallon buckets of used oil I've got to properly dispose of. So with that said, that concludes this episode. I've got a couple more things to do on the tractor. I noticed that I have a bad alternator, so I got to change the alternator. And while I do it, I'll change the belt. And the belt is one of those things you want to do every 800 hours. You just change the belt. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Please stay tuned to more videos as I upload them. Check out the links down below. Those are the other videos I've produced on the series. And also the shopping list of the products I use on this series. I'm creating a playlist for the whole thing. It might not be right away, but I'll create a playlist so you guys can go pick out the ones you need for your particular event that you want to do for any particular day. Anyway, be safe, always be kind. I'll see you guys in my next Backyard Mechanics episode. And I've got adventures going. Bye-bye now.